channel. This morning I want to come to you guys and talk about simple ways to establish credit. Okay, first of all, credit is something that is very important to have in your life as a human being. Rent out cars, it helps you to get an apartment, it helps you to get a house. It's very important to have. So, number one, the first way I started building my credit was a car loan. So I do feel like, the APR was a bit much more higher for the certain type of car that I had driven. And that's another thing you have to be careful of is an APR. But if you're dedicated to making this car payment, you really don't care about that APR. So I started my car loan. It was $218 a month. It was $218 a month. It was really well. I loved it. I just felt like it was a long way to go with a Nissan Versa Note, a hunchback. So, that I wasn't too happy about. I wasn't too sold on it. And, I just didn't feel that way. But I was like about 24, 25. So I felt really happy. This was something that I wanted. This was something that I liked. This is something that I needed. It was really like anything else in the world. You have to be on time with it. So with your car note, you want to make sure that you're on time. Even if you can pay in advance before that due date comes, you want to make sure that you're paying that car note on time. And why you want to make sure that you're paying your car note on time is because the more you're on time, the better it looks for your credit report. There's three main credit bureaus: Equifax, TransUnion, and something Advantage. I don't want to sit up there and lie to you because I can't remember the third one. So I don't want to lie to you guys. So once you get those payments in on time, your credit starts to build. When you go and apply for a house, they see that your credit it's good. You have this car loan that you're paying on, and I see that I can give you this mortgage. I see that I can give you these things. So that's really where the blessing comes in and the goodness comes in of your, car loan and making sure it's on time. Please don't get a car note if you're not ready for a car note. If you don't have a stable job to help you with this car note, don't get a car note if you're not ready. Number two, let's say you're at the mall and you see this really nice necklace and you want it and you're like, well, how do I get this thing? How do I get this thing? And they're like, well, all you have to do is have your ID. If you have a job, oh, great, I have those things. So go. Why not go and see what they're talking about? Okay, you got to prove it. Make sure you get one piece of jewelry. One. Two at the most, but one. I'm so serious, you guys. One piece of jewelry. And you make that payment on that jewelry. You don't let it go. You don't let, the jewelry get lost. Things happen, I understand, but you still have to keep your end of the deal with jewelry. So it doesn't matter if you lose it. Now, the thing is, if you lose that jewelry, if you give that jewelry away, if you sell that jewelry, you still have to make those payments. Why? Because it's a part of your credit. It's attached to your credit. It's attached to your credit. So you still have to make those payments. And if you don't want to, then this defeats the purpose of building credit because your credit is not going to tumble down. Think of those three main credit bureaus that is being reported to you. So if you're not sold on a credit bureau of getting a car, something that's better for you because you're driving it every day, then get a car. Get a car. Get a car. Number three, a credit card. The loveliness of a credit card. I actually have one. And I'm still using that to build my credit too. So a credit card is amazing. You can get a secure credit card or an unsecured credit card. Depending on where you are in your credit part of your life, that's what you will get approved for. I know that my credit card is unsecured. I think it's unsecured because Self-Lender is amazing. I've been using them for years. So get a credit card, but make sure as you with your car note, with your jewelry, that you're paying on time. And I always have heard, like, if you have a credit card that's worth $100, you don't use the whole 100. You use $25 of that 100. So when that payment comes up, you're able to pay. If you have a credit card that has a $200 balance, you're not going to use the whole 200, right? you're going to use $30 to $50 of that 200. But like things happen in life. If you hit desperate times, you're going to use your whole 200. So I want you guys to understand the importance of credit. Credit is so you can get a house, an apartment. It is so you can start your life. It is so that the world can trust you. And when I say the world, I don't mean your friends and your mom. I don't mean those people. I mean things that separate you from them. Things that put you safely to where you need to be. Things that put you to where you're at comfort in your life and you're not asking to borrow your mother's car. You're not asking to borrow your homegirl's pair of earrings. You're not asking to borrow money. You're actually really set with these things. And if you choose to do all three things, you must have good money, because I can do all three. Until next time, you guys, any questions, comments, and concerns?